Whenever someone asks if we're identical or fraternal twins, we always have them guess first. Mainly because we didn't know what the answer was for about 26 years.
And the answers we get are across the board. Identical, fraternal, I don't know.
So before we reveal the answer,
we want to go over the difference between
identical and fraternal twins.
Identical twins are when one egg is fertilized by one sperm, creating one embryo that eventually splits into two. Which means that identical twins share 100% of their DNA.
Now, fraternal twins are when two eggs are fertilized by two different sperm cells to create two unique embryos. That means that fraternal twins share about the same amount of DNA as regular siblings, they're just born at the same time.
Now, before genetic testing was readily available like it is now, physicians would tell if twins were identical or fraternal based on the number of placentas present at birth.
One placenta meant identical twins, two placentas meant fraternal twins.
Makes sense.
Should be easy to figure that out, right?
Wrong. The placenta rule, not soundproof.
So to understand why this method isn't soundproof, we have to take it one step further.
Now we're going to dive into the classifications of twins
within identical and fraternal, because that even goes further.
Momo twins share a placenta and an amniotic sac.
Momo twins are always identical twins. They are the rarest form of identical twin, and they're also the highest risk twin pregnancy because of complications such as twin-to-twin transfusion and conjoined twin.
The second type is Modi twins, meaning that they share a placenta, but they have their own amniotic sac.
Modi twins are also always identical twins. They are also the most common form of identical twins, comprising about 70% of identical twins.
Now the last category is di-di, meaning that they have their own placenta and their own amniotic sac. But this is where things get tricky.
Fraternal twins are always going to be di-di twins. However, approximately 30% of identical twins are also di-di twins. You can see why this placenta rule would be confusing, because if there were two placentas present, those twins could either be fraternal or identical.
So like Caitlin said, about 30% of identical twins are di-di twins. And that's because shortly after conception, the embryo split so that they were able to create their own placenta and amniotic sac.
Now, when you look at identical twins, for the most part, they're going to look like an exact copy of one another with some minor subtle differences. Now, these differences could come about for a variety of reasons.
One example is things that happen in utero. One baby happens to sit on top of the other.
Or it could also occur later on in life with aging or environmental factors.
So with all of that information
and the genetic testing to prove it, we have a 47,591,645,892 to 1 chance of being identical twins.